Hello, good morning. So, as I promised you guys earlier, I'm going to show you how actually I use my curves to edit my pictures to make them look bold and sharp and all that. So, let's jump right into it. This is an image I took a couple of sometime last year. Um, I shot this with a Canon 6D and a 73 to a 75 to 300 Canon lens. So let's jump into it now. This is where you have your levels and all that. So I'm just gonna jump into this. Just tap on this. This is a picture that I've already retouched. I've cleaned it up. I've done all I want to do, and it's just the final stage. And I'm going to use the levels and all that. So I tap on this, and if you look at the levels, you have the RGB, and you can tap on the RGB, and it's going to show you red, green, blue, and of course the RGB column. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight into this. Now that if you look at it, there are two columns or two layers, so to speak. So first of all, I'll go to the first layer. There are three. Um, I don't know what to call these things, but there are three of them anyway. So I will go to the last one from my right, and you're going to push this one very, very softly. Everything that you're going to do here is very, very subtle. So I start with this, or you start with the middle one, and you push slightly towards the left. And if you notice, you're brightening it. I'm just going to move it to 1.12 or 1.10. Then the last one that reads 255, I'm just going to push it a little bit again to 245. Now if you see it's getting a little bit brighter, that is all good. Now I'm going to go to the first one, and I'm going to push it down. Sometimes I push it all the way down to 20, 23, sometimes to 30. Now while you're doing this, this is actually enhancing the shadows. So while you're doing it, you're going to want to mind the black areas, the dark areas, the shadow areas. And don't make it too shady, don't make it too dark or anything. Just subtle move, just subtle pushes. So this is 22. Now if you notice, when we are pushing this first one, the second one reduced a little bit. That's absolutely normal. You just push it down. Then you can play around with the middle. You see that? See how bold it comes through? Now you have to be very, very careful about the dark areas, because you're actually enhancing the dark areas. Now what you're trying to do is enhance the surrounding, making it a little bit more crisp. Now if we go to the before and the after, you see how that works? Again, I would like to warn, no overdoing of this thing, because if you overdo it, you're going to have very, very burnt dark areas, and you don't want that. That's why you push the bright one a little bit higher, then you push the dark ones a little bit more. So that's it for how I use my layer, and I hope you did learn something. So this image is just completely frequency separation, no dodge and burn, nothing. This process just helps to enhance. All I did was frequency separation through my color grading, my LUTs on it and all that, and put the levels and all that, and that's all. So I hope you did learn something. My name is King David. I shoot for rapid photos, and thank you for watching. And the second stunt I would like to show you, still the same levels. So we'll tap on that now. The difference is that you just tap on the RGB dialog, then you're going to see different colors. You'll see red, green, and blue. So let's say you tap on red. You go to the second dialog on this, the second dialog box on this, and you push this out levels. You just push it a little bit, and you see it begins to give you that retro feel. Now if you push the second one, you see it starts giving you a blue feel. Now if you go back to the upper layer, let's say you push the middle, You see what happens? So for this one, you just push it till you're satisfied, whatever you want. Now, sometimes for me, I actually exaggerate. Push this, push that, change the color, maybe take it to blue, and this, and that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's a reason why I'm overdoing it, but I'm trying to get something like a retro feel. So I actually know what I'm doing. And to get that retro feel, I'll need a little bit more of red. That's old school feel. And once I've pushed and pushed and pushed, I just come to my opacity, take it all the way down, then I start filling it in. You see that? So I take it all the way to like 40 or so. And you see the difference. You can still also push this up, go to neutral. Push this up a little. Now while you're pushing the middle and the last one, be careful of your whites, your highlights, because they are going to be blowing up as well. So you see, there you go. Before, and after.